thousands and thousands of people, it seems like I wouldn't be nervous for this occasion, but I am. First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Yates for allowing me to come down here today to take part in such a momentous occasion for someone. I've done a lot of speaking engagements, but this definitely so far has taken the cake for me. Like I said, I'm just glad that I could be a part of it. The major thing for me here today is self-esteem. We all know that it isn't something that we're born with. We have to work and nourish it as we grow and become more and more mature. You must learn. And I've had several experiences and several different situations and occasions where I was fortunate enough to start building my self-esteem and making me feel good about myself. Everyone in a perfect world has, their family, their friends, and their parents there backing them up. But as we all know, this isn't, we just finished fighting a war. It's not a perfect world. And so a lot of the burden to be a success in life, and the word success is relative. It all comes down, a lot of the burden comes down on ourselves, and that's a pretty heavy burden to bear. So just to keep in mind that in life, if you are asked to just go into a building and build a space shuttle or something to that great magnitude without having any prior experiences, that would not help your self-esteem at all. Not mine, not yours, probably not anyone in here, because we just aren't capable of doing something of that magnitude. But if I can remember being asked simply to decorate a room or something that seems so simple, but when it is done and done properly, that's where it's, and you're complimented for it, and you know that it looks good yourself. That's where your self-esteem all comes from. And those are the type of opportunities that, as I've gathered and walked around here and met some people this morning, that New Dominion School offers. And these are the type of opportunities that your base starts from. And I urge you all to take advantage of it. There are different experiences from which I was able to gather my self-esteem, but there is no set way in order to do just that. So I urge you all to take advantage of it. Many of you may view me as being successful, and as I said, the word success is definitely relative. But I must admit there have been some pretty hard times with myself, my family, and different people that I've been in close contact with, that made me take a deep swallow and buckle down and say to myself, regardless of the situation, I know what I want to do in life. I know that I do want to be successful, and I want to accomplish some things. And that's the hardest part in growing up. And like I said, it's a heavy burden to put on, 10, 12, 15, 16, or even 18-year-old young people. And I'm only 21 now, and I'm still coming across situations where it takes a lot for me to do it. I can remember back in junior high school where I wasn't the model student by any means, didn't get good grades, looked around. I was always getting in trouble for talking too much in class and being a class clown. But there came a certain point where I really can't tell you what happened to me, but I just turned things around for the better. And I wish my mom was here to tell you that I'm glad. I know that she's happy that I did. But it's never too late. It's never too late. It happened to me, I would say in the ninth grade or so. But it can happen to anyone at any time. And it's just, I was in the schoolhouse today, and I saw a poster on the wall that said, if I read it correctly, don't be afraid to take things slowly. Only be afraid of standing still. And that's definitely words of truth. No matter how slow things seem to take, they will always eventually work out if that's the way you want it to. So I can also remember not being liked by everyone. Having only a few friends to go to the playground with or do whatever, play some sports or any after-school activities. I can remember then I started playing sports. I started playing football, and football allowed me the opportunity to meet a lot more people because you have so many people in one unit playing as a team, but so many of the people are so diverse. You have so many different situations that you can learn from. And playing on that team has helped me raise my self-esteem tremendously because I know now that I can do what it is that I set out to do. It gave me something aside from school to make me realize that. Throughout your life, you're always, being preached to about getting good grades and things of that nature. But sometimes you don't really realize how important that is while you're in that setting. You have to move out of that setting like you are here and experience some other things that make you feel good about yourself. Because that carryover can make you start wanting to do better in school. That's what happened to me. I can see that those type of opportunities are here, they're present here at New Dominion. Most recently, my freshman year, throughout my high school and when I was younger, I played football because just for the simple fact that I enjoyed it. It was an outlet for me, and it was what I enjoyed doing. And once I got to college, it became a business. It became a job. And I would spend 40 hours a week doing practice, and that doesn't account for the meetings and the workouts, weightlifting, things of that nature. So it really became a business, and it got boring to me. And at the same rate, I was playing against guys that were a lot bigger than I am, a lot stronger than I am, a lot faster, just a lot more talented athletes than I was. So my self-esteem began to decline because I came up against this great force that would just set me back a couple of steps. And I wasn't really ready to deal with it because of whatever reason. And I almost quit. I really did. And I just had to take a step back and look at myself and say, I just had to work that much harder in order to achieve what I wanted to achieve. And I did, and fortunately enough, some of the accomplishments that Mr. Yates read out to you are some of the benefits, some of the